Hello YouTubers, it's DVD Review Studios here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on Battlestar Galactica Season 2 on Blu-ray. This is a 5-disc set featuring 20 more Battlestar Galactica episodes, and this Blu-ray is absolutely fantastic. My second favourite season of the show, my favourite is Season 3, but this one has a really great variety of episodes, and overall the box set is fantastic. So the front cover is really nicely done with Adama 6 and Sharon Valerii, or Cylon number 8, whichever version of her is featured there, and then we have the background with a very cool Cylon armor, which is quite good. The fight to save humanity rages on, very cool tagline. That's the side, Season 2. On the back we have the 15 rating. The bonus features, even though it does look like quite a long list, there's quite a minimal amount in comparison to Season 1, but we have the U-Control Oracle sort of thing, which walks you through episode production throughout an episode playing, which is quite cool. The My Scenes feature, which is pretty much on all Universal Blu-rays, where you can bookmark certain scenes and replay them later on. And obviously we have audio commentaries and deleted scenes, the regular stuff. Total running time for the 20 episodes is 16 hours and 3 minutes, and we have the 5 discs inside 2 separate Blu-ray cases, which is quite cool, and we just quickly eject those, and they feature the same artwork as these cardboard sleeves. So let's go through a quick run of the episodes. So, giving a brief overview of the episodes, first up for Disc 1 we have Scattered, which is a fantastic opening episode to this season, which pretty much just unravels the several cliffhangers from the Season 1 finale, such as the fate of Adama, who got shot twice in the chest, the survivors of the little raptor ship which crash-landed on the Cylon-occupied planet of Caprica. A focus is made on the characters of Hilo and Starbuck because they found the Arrow of Athena, which becomes a little bit more relevant in the later episodes, and also we have a brief meaning behind the sequence involving the Opera House with Gaius and the number 6 Cylon and a baby, which was very, very strange. Next up we have Valley of Darkness, Fragged, which is a pretty good episode where Colonel Tai takes over the commanding role of Galactica as Adama is hospitalized. Resistance and The Farm are pretty much interlocked episodes. Part 1 and Part 2, Resistance focuses on the little Resistance crew of characters, led by a character who becomes a lot more relevant in the later seasons of Battlestar, known as Sam Anders, who is leading a little resistance party that destroy the Cylon farms. And in the second part, the farm episode, after Hilo and Starbuck come across this crew of people, Starbuck gets captured by the Cylons and ends up being imprisoned in one of the farms. And the farms are really awful, where the Cylons try to interbreed hybrids of humans and Cylons, and all the human beings are hooked up to machinery. Pretty gruesome. For Disc 2 we have Home Part 1 and Part 2, where the Galactica crew unlock the Tomb of Athena using the Arrow. Final Cut, a very bizarre episode, but in quite a humorous way, as some skin jobs that haven't been revealed as Cylons as of yet in the course of Battlestar Galactica end up filming a propaganda documentary film about the humans, which is hilarious. Flight of the Phoenix, pretty good episode, where the Cylon number 8, which is captured by the Galactica crew, ends up defeating a virus which is eating away the mainframe of the ship. Pegasus, which has an extended episode on Disc 3, is a pretty great episode where the crew of Pegasus as a ship, Battlestar Pegasus, is intertwined with the crew of Galactica, and we meet the character of Admiral Kane. And then we have Resurrection Ship Part 1 and Part 2, which is a fantastic pair of episodes, as Admiral Kane and Adama try to assassinate one another. And Epiphanies, where Gaius Baltar manages to use Cylon blood to cure President Rosalind's cancer, which is a really interesting episode, and obviously prolongs President Rosalind as a character on the show. So that's it for Disc 1, 2, and 3. I'll quickly go over the case and the discs. So there's the discs, which are all identical and all the same as all the other Battlestar Galactica season discs. And there's the back and the front cover once again. So let's move on to Disc 4 and 5. For Disc 4, first up we have Black Market, which is actually rated the worst episode of Battlestar Galactica from the overall entire series, with a total of 6 point something out of 10 on IMDb, which is pretty absurd. And the episode itself, it's basically just a filler episode with barely any action, and some added one-off characters portrayed by god-awful actors, just absolutely dreadful. It doesn't really have any relevance to the overall narrative of Battlestar Galactica, so I would just recommend either skipping through it or skipping it altogether. Next up we have Scar, Sacrifice, which is a pretty interesting episode where some hostages are taken in a bar and meant to be exchanged for the life of the Cylon number 8, which is captured aboard Galactica as a prisoner, and The Captain's Hand, which is a pretty good episode. I would actually recommend, after watching The Captain's Hand, to skip over to Season 4, Part 1, which contains the TV movie Razor, and Razor is basically just an extended episode based around the events of Season 2 in relation to the Pegasus episodes, and the episode itself is the events of the episodes that were featured on Season 2, only from the perspective of the crew of the Pegasus ship, which is pretty interesting. So I would definitely recommend doing that after watching The Captain's Hand. And for Disc 5 we have Downloaded, which is a pretty interesting episode from the perspective of the Cylons, where an imaginary version of Guy Sparta appears for the Cylon number 6, which is on the Cylon-occupied planet of Caprica, which is pretty cool. And the final episodes, Lay Down Your Burdens Part 1 and Part 2, which is a really great two-parter, following a presidential campaign where Guy Sparta gets elected as president of the colonies, which is quite cool. So that's pretty much it for Battlestar Galactica Season 2. Really solid season, loved every episode, minus one. But it is a fantastic show. I really thoroughly enjoy Battlestar. A great sci-fi show. If you haven't checked it out yet, you need to. It's fantastic. So, thanks for watching my review of Battlestar Galactica Season 2 on Blu-ray. I hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you've checked out this show yet. What do you think of it? What's your favourite episode from Season 2? And subscribe down below for more upcoming reviews.